Hi, I'm Teresa Cody. I'm a hydrologist for the Forest Service Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit and the project manager for the Burke Creek Rabe Meadow Riparian Restoration Project. This project is a partnership between the Forest Service LTBMU and the Nevada Tahoe Conservation District. And I'm going to pass this over to Megan Kelly from the Nevada Tahoe Conservation District to give you an overview of the project.
Okay, thanks, Teresa. I'm Megan Kelly. I'm with the Nevada Tahoe Conservation District, and we are working in partnership with the LTBMU to implement the Burke Creek Rabe Meadow Riparian Restoration Project. I'm going to go over the project location first. The project is generally located on the southeast shore of Lake Tahoe between US Highway 50 and Nevada Beach in this large Forest Service owned parcel. The project has the goal of improving water quality, erosion control, implementing a more natural pre-development hydrology, and improving meadow and riparian vegetation to improve habitat for plants and animals. And the project is divided into sub-project areas based on the restoration actions being used in each one, as well as internal phasing. I will go over those project areas. Generally, the project areas start at the most downstream project area at Nevada Beach, Subproject Area 1, and they move upstream along Burke Creek as they are implemented and completed. So there's Subproject Area 2, Subproject Area 3 along the Tahoe Beach Club Forest Service parcel boundary, Subproject Area 4 along Burke Creek just to the north of Subproject Area 3, and then Subproject Area 5 at Jennings Pond and along Kale Drive, and then finally Subproject Area 6 and 7, both in upland meadows. Now I'll go over each of the subproject areas and the proposed actions that are happening in each of them. So we'll start with Subproject Area 1, which is located between an existing sewer pump access road, the Nevada Beach campground over here, the existing outlet of Burke Creek, and the existing outlet of Kale Ditch. The actions in Subproject Area 1 include construction of a new Burke Creek alignment and a 1.7 acre area of Nevada Beach, partial backfilling of the existing Burke Creek that runs through the Nevada Beach campground, including an area occupied by Tahoe Yellowcrest. But sorry, not including an area occupied by Tahoe Yellowcrest. We will be avoiding that, which is down here. Removal of an existing metal fence along the Tahoe Beach Club and Nevada Beach boundary. Undergrounding of approximately 300 linear feet of existing overhead electric transmission lines. Removal of the paved pump station access road originating from the Tahoe Beach Club property to the sewer pump station. Installation of approximately 150 linear feet of utility broadband between the existing pump station and the undergrounded transmission line. Backfilling of approximately 500 linear feet of Kale Ditch. And the backfill will occur within an area of known Tahoe Yellowcrest presence down here, but those plants will be transplanted to the new restoration area in the new Burke Creek outlet. Finally, we'll be installing 650 feet of wood wire fencing to protect the newly revegetated area in the newly restored area. Moving on to Subproject Area 2, just through this road and then upstream in this confined area here between the Tahoe Beach Club and the Forest Service parcel forested upland. We'll be backfilling approximately 750 linear feet of Kale Ditch in this subproject area, restoring a 600 linear foot reach of Burke Creek that's heavily incised. Right now there's 2 channel threads in this area, and we'll be creating a longer, more sinuous single thread of channel through here. Moving up to Subproject Area 3, which is generally this Kale Ditch area, remaining between Subproject Area 2 and the end of Kale Drive. In Subproject Area 3, We will backfill approximately 1,500 linear feet of kale ditch. We'll grade up to 2 acres of Rabe Meadow so that the general flow is towards Burke Creek. We also install an 1,800 square foot vegetated stormwater basin at the end of Kale Drive to collect stormwater that used to go to Kale Ditch, and it will now be treated in this stormwater basin. Moving on to Subproject Area 4, which is generally located to the north of Subproject Area 3. As you can see here, there's a straight channel. We'll be installing beaver dam analogs, wood structures, and rock grade controls to reactivate small channels that are located in this meadow to increase channel complexity. And most of that will be done using hand crews because this is a very wet meadow. Moving on to Subproject Area 5. This subproject area, the major restoration action here involves Jennings Pond and the area downstream where there's a lot of beaver activity. There'll be beaver dam analogs, wood structures, and rock grade controls installed downstream of Jennings Pond to improve channel incision there. And then Jennings Pond will be filled with soil from other parts of the project, and a new meandering channel and connected floodplain will be constructed in its place to create a more natural hydrology. There will also be approximately 350 feet of bike trail installed to take the place of this user-created dirt trail. And fill will be placed in this area to the south of the existing Kale Basin to improve drainage. There'll also be some minor trail realignment and upgrades, including construction of boardwalks and trail bridge segments in wet meadow areas. Final destination access will be retained for all of the trail construction components. Moving on to Subproject Area 6. Subproject Area 6 is in this upland meadow and adjacent upland. And there's some old irrigation ditches in this area that will be backfilled with excess cut from the other aspects of the project. And then finally, Subproject Area 7 will also fill approximately 900 linear feet of ditches using fill from other components, generated from other components of the project. Moving out to the entire project area, we will be treating and removing invasive species within Rabe Meadow. We'll be removing conifers encroaching onto meadow areas. And we'll be doing revegetation using native seed, aspen plugs, and willow and sod transplanting. We'll also replace existing interpretive signage and modify existing special use permits with Nevada Energy, Douglas County, and the Douglas County Lake Tahoe Sewer Authority. The overall grading in the project is a cut of approximately 6,300 cubic yards and a fill of approximately 6,000 cubic yards. Up to 600 cubic yards of fill that was generated from a previous project in 2018 at the Kale Basin will be imported from a site off-site that it's currently stored at in this location. Now I'll go over just the project schedule. Construction, and I'll go back to our map here. Generally, the subproject areas are in the order of the phasing. So the construction could start as early as May 2023. Construction could also occur between May and October 15th, 2024. Project phasing was designed to limit recreational impacts during peak seasons, and it's also designed to limit impacts to various species, wildlife, and wet areas. So we start with subproject area 1. We'll be constructing this new channel that is in the dry so that we don't have to deal with very wet areas early in the construction season. And we can also do this outside of peak season between July 4th and September 15th. During that construction, there'll be some temporary fencing up, but access to the Bowdoin Beach and Dog Beach will be maintained. Then we'll move on to subproject area 2. After that, then we'll move upstream to subproject area 3 in the middle of the summer and subproject area 4. Finally, we'll work on subproject area 5 When we work on Subproject Area 5, there is a very active beaver population there, and we designed the timing of that to be outside of their main reproduction season. The last two components of the project would be Subproject Areas 6 and 7. And then in late fall, we'll have to come back and tie in Subproject Area 1, remove this road to the sewer pump station and activate the new channel after a full summer of revegetation. And that would occur in September or as early as September 2023, or it could occur in September 2024 if needed. And now I'm going to show you a recent flyover of the project done in November 2022. And this is starting with Subproject Area 1 down at Nevada Beach. And this is the Tahoe Beach Club, the Kale Ditch, and the area where the proposed new channel alignment is going to be. Here's the overhead power that will be undergrounded. Here's the existing emergency access to the pump station that will be decommissioned. This is Subproject Area 2. It's a confined reach between a forested upland and the Tahoe Beach Club. Here, as we talked about, a dual thread of Kale Ditch and the Burke Creek will be turned into a single thread channel that'll be sinuous and complex. This is Subproject Areas 3 and 4. 3 is along Kale Ditch, and 4 is along this straightened section of Burke Creek. 4 will be receiving various beaver dam analogs, rock and wood structures to promote channel complexity so that we don't have such a straightened reach. And Subproject Area 3 will be filling Kale Ditch, preserving some of the aspens, grading generally towards the Burke Creek alignment so that water that falls in this meadow eventually makes its way to Burke Creek. There's also a revegetation element in Subproject Area 3 that will work to screen the adjacent land use and development from recreational users in Rabe Meadow. This is the existing bike path bridge, and it's just downstream of Subproject Area 5 that we're getting into now. Here's the existing Lamb-Watah Trail. And the existing Burke Creek alignment here that is currently incised, where we'll be installing some rock, wood, beaver dam analog structures to repair channel incision. And then we're getting up to the current beaver activity at Jennings Pond. This is Folsom Spring to the left, and the existing outlet of Burke Creek coming into Jennings Pond. Jennings Pond will be filled to become a wet meadow, and a new stream alignment will be constructed through Jennings Pond. And this last view here is really good because you can see where we'll be coming into the Lamb-Watah trailhead, using up to 4 parking spaces for up to 6 weeks, coming into the project site to do the construction of Subproject Area 5. And that's an overview of the project, and I'll turn it back over to Teresa Cody to explain more.
Thanks so much, Megan. Thanks for the great presentation of this project. We are really excited to be partnering on this much needed restoration project on Burke Creek, adjacent to Lake Tahoe in South Lake Tahoe. I'm going to share with you a quick screenshot of an opportunity for public comment. We would welcome your comments on our proposed action, which Megan has just provided an overview of. The comment period will be open from February 21st through March 14th of 2023. Megan and I are both available to answer questions you might have about the project. And we certainly welcome you to review our proposed action and provide any feedback you might have. Thanks so much for your time today.